goes and he talks to the coach of the team doctor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he says, Bennett, I did my own research on the NFL's brain injury committee. You know what Dr. Elliot Hellman is? He's a rheumatologist. He's a specialist in arthritis and joint pain. He's asking, like, what does the guy that works on arthritis know anything about the brain? But then this is the thing that ticked me off. And corporate men like this in this country come from Harvard, Yale. But Hellman went to medical school in Guadalajara. He went to the Autónoma. And Bales, the team doctor, comes back and says, Mexico? I didn't know that. That's beautiful. He wasn't saying that's beautiful. He found it incredibly funny. And I think that that's how we're perceived, and we need to change that. Everyone here is about to, most of you are incredibly young, and you're about to experience a tremendous amount of growth in Mexico's future. Things in Mexico have actually never been better for you to actually affect change. And what we do here, what we do in the next 5 years is actually going to dictate what Mexico is going to look like in the next 20 years. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I think we need to do as a group to be better, to be able to compete on the global stage. So the first one's cultural. I think as a group, we don't value education. We don't value math and sciences as much as we should. We value the church, we value soccer, we value the family. If we can get education to be at the same level, Mexico will improve by leaps and bounds. And when I got to Stanford, I never visited Stanford, right? I got my acceptance letter and I kind of went, and it was an amazing place. But when I got there, I called my younger brother, who was 7 years younger, who was the co-founder of Uyal, and I told him two things. I told him, there are these things called boarding schools. It's these things that rich kids go to, and you live there, and you study there, and you eat there. It's kind of like mini college, but the kids who graduate from boarding schools are incredibly well prepared. They're the ones that come in, and they're the ones that get the A's. They're the ones that destroy the curve. The second thing I told them was, this internet thing, it's going to be big. You should learn how to program. So at 12, he started to program. And at 17, he got his first internship at Google as an engineer. And I think we like to complain, we like to talk about the unions, the educational unions, the teachers' unions, and how they're not allowing us to really evolve and innovate when it comes to education. But every single class that I took at Stanford is now on YouTube. If you have a mobile device, you can take every single computer science class that the engineers who started Google, who started Yahoo, who started Snapchat, ended up taking. And so there really isn't an excuse around education and getting world-class education here in Mexico. The next thing is, I think, going to be something that some will argue with me on. So when I was at Stanford, given that it was the dot-com boom, I tried to start 5 companies. All 5 of those companies failed. Not like little failures, but like catastrophic failures. For a couple of them, I raised a little bit of capital and they just failed. It wasn't until I went to Google that I really learned what it meant to scale a business. It wasn't until I went to Google that I realized, when you're architecting